Hey, gang. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Let me adjust. Let me turn my phone off. That's what I was showing me on. So let me turn my phone off, and I'll get right back to you guys. Okay. So we should be good now. Hopefully sound working. I'm going to talk about today a A lot of people I've seen, like on Facebook and a couple other places, where they mentioned using this for teaching in school. I've used some software like Zoom in the past. I've used StreamYard is another one. There's a bunch of different ones where you can do like a classroom basically. So I'm kind of showing that. I actually tutor Spanish. That's something that I do. And I used to go to people's houses and stuff and tutor that way. But with the way the world has become, I always had to have, like, especially if it was a young lady, I had to have a mom present, or if it was at my house, I had to have my wife present, et cetera, and all that kind of stuff. And so I started doing this with live streaming and using Zoom or StreamYard or some of these other tools. So that's what I just wanted to share that with you guys today, kind of give you some ideas or have you guys ask questions to see how that works. The thing that I like with both of those is I can record to a private YouTube video. I can make it private. So it automatically, when I record it, it goes to private, and then I can share that exact private video with the parents so they can see everything that was discussed and hear everything that was discussed. And also, the student can use it to study with. So that's the differences there. Some people just want to connect, and you can get up to 50 people in a connection. On the free version, you can actually get up to 100 people, but on the Zoom free version, but you have only limited to 40 minutes. So paid version would get you more unlimited time to sit there and chat and all that kind of stuff. It also allows you to record. It has an option with that with Zoom as well. A lot of people ask me, and I'm going to share my screen. People say, well, why don't we just FaceTime? And you can actually FaceTime, or as you can see on screen here, you can FaceTime or use Google Duo. Okay. So my thought is there's the FaceTime one, and then Google Duo is over here. Okay. The reason that I use Google Duo versus FaceTime is, for example, I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android. So for me, I'm out of luck because I can't FaceTime. My mother, who is using Google Fi, who has a very low phone bill, that's a whole nother show really, and it's awesome. But she has an Android phone because that's what she can afford. So she's out of luck as well to see her grandkids or great grandkids. So I think the big deal is Duo allows you on every platform. And so that's the difference for me with Duo versus FaceTime, just because Duo will go out to everyone. And so a lot of people have never even heard of Google Duo. But what Google Duo is a video conferencing, just like a FaceTime. Only it's for everyone, not just iPhone users. So that's kind of the difference. So I wanted to share that and show that. The other thing is if you've never been to onto Zoom meeting service, I know they're extremely busy right now. Apparently, just because I think everybody's using their service. You would go to zoom.us. Okay, so zoom.us, and it provides you with an opportunity to do all kinds of stuff with Zoom meetings and et cetera, in classrooms and that kind of stuff. A really awesome and effective tool. And then of course, StreamYard. StreamYard is amazing. StreamYard is limited to 6 people. It's not really for meetings, more for live streaming, but you can live stream to a private channel, YouTube, as well. Same thing. You get the recording, you get sound recording, you get all those same things. I can bring comments up on screen, just like I can do this one. There you go. Hello, Eddie. How are you, sir? Good to see you. And all my family has iOS except me. Yes, I'm the same way, Richard. I have iOS. Everyone else has. I have Android. Everyone else has iOS. But I wanted to share this out just to give teachers an opportunity to see that, hey, you can use this as a private class. you can use these tools for free for private classes and that kind of stuff. Most schools nowadays have Chromebooks and they have G Suite. They have G Suite for education. And so you actually have Hangouts Meet as well. So you can also record those and put those on that kind of stuff and do those sorts of things too. So there's a lot of tools and things out there. But as far as the free versions and doing a one-on-one, like Zoom is fantastic for that. It's got the recording, has all the different things. If you wanted to do a get together with family, I would recommend Zoom. You can just cast that up to your big screen TV in your living room. So there's a lot of cool stuff and tools out there, but I just wanted to share this and answer anybody's questions if they have any questions on how to do this or how to use it or why you would do it or any of that kind of stuff. I think that would be a really good subject for everybody, because I know a lot of people, I mean, with all of us being not near one another and all that, I think it's important that we communicate with our family, stay in touch, and this is a great way to do that. So that's why I wanted to kind of I've done a video every single day, so I wanted to do it today as well. Just so everybody could kind of see and know some of the stuff that you can do, and it's pretty cool, pretty good stuff. I know one person asked, is there a way to stream without recording? And that's what I'm talking about. And that was one of the questions they asked. And really what your goal is, what are you trying to achieve? What's your goal? How are you trying to get to whatever those results are? So it's important that you know what you're trying to do, how you want to do that. And then also be sure to, if you wanted to record to a private session going on, that you're able to do that. StreamYard is a great tool for that. I'm using StreamYard right now. Let me see if I can. I'm going to go to the bottom window and show that. Probably get a bleed, but that's okay. There's StreamYard, and it has chat and all that kind of stuff and how I'm bringing stuff up on screen, but that's StreamYard. That's a quick view, kind of a behind the scene kind of view. So that's the question there. They wanted to know on the free version, because it's obviously teachers and stuff using that. Yes, they do have a free version where you can do that kind of stuff. I know that they have on mobile, you can join on mobile. So even if a kid doesn't have a laptop or anything like that, or a Chromebook, or they don't have it at home or that kind of thing, you can join by telephone. Joining a StreamYard is easy. Joining a Zoom is super easy. Both tools work great for that kind of thing, especially for, following up and doing on that, like assignments and things like that. So let's see here. Let me go to this one. This one is, there's other things too in StreamYard that can help too. I know other people have asked. I'm trying to find one of those where somebody had asked 10. Yeah, they were talking about students if they have more than 12 students trying to do a full class. The only thing with doing a full class is you would need more people in there, and that's where Zoom comes in. But you also wouldn't want live. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want live. You have to pay for that to have all those people for longer than 40 minutes. So you can do 30-minute sessions. That would be my recommendation if you're going to go Zoom. If you live stream to somewhere like a private YouTube video, you could do that where you don't have everybody in, but they could all participate through comments, and you can bring those comments up on screen just like I'm doing here. You could do that kind of thing with StreamYard. That's definitely a way to do that. I know some people have Facebook groups. You could just send it straight to a Facebook group and that kind of stuff. So who knew you were live? I am. I did. I knew it. Super Chassis. Let's see here. Okay, I'm trying to answer some of these questions that I get all of the time about who is Let's see. Is it possible to set up video? No. Okay. Was trying to get some of the student and the teacher and just being able to talk to family, that kind of stuff. There you go. I see Russ is watching on Facebook. Just to be able to talk to family, this is a great way to do that video wise, and you don't have to have the video on. You can leave the video off and still chat with family, and et cetera. Really good, great tools to do all that. There's a lot of people. One thing I do want to say though, now that it seems like everyone is home doing these live streams and things like that, it's going to be really tough to find equipment. Okay. So for example, if you're like, I think if I'm not mistaken, hey, Mike, how are you? If I'm not mistaken, I think that like you can't get a webcam right now. Every Amazon and their price gouging, prices are going up on all this stuff. It's crazy. Some of the stuff people are taking advantage of and doing out there. So you have to be real careful. But one really awesome, cool tool that a lot of people have, because everyone has pretty much a smartphone or a really good telephone, and that has great video. So my suggestion is getting a stand of some sort, something like this, where I can put right here and I can put my phone in it and I can sit there and I can chat with that. Okay. Or I can have a tripod. There's tripods out there that you can have. I've got tripods. I've got little stands. I've got all kinds of stuff. I have a gimbal that I use, and I use that as a stand. All of these can be very useful, and I would suggest getting that stuff and really using your phone. Using your phone to come into a meeting is seriously one of the best ways. It's got great video. The biggest thing is that you're not sitting there moving it all around and doing all that kind of stuff. But one of the nice things is that you can set it up, have it on a stand, and boom, you have it there. You can use that for sharing your videos or sharing stuff at home or stuff that you're doing and things like that. So staying social with it is a great thing. Going live like this, it is great for if you want to go live. I know a lot of churches today did their casting out and everything. A lot of people used a lot of different services. But I think it's real important that we stay social, and these are some of the ways to do that. And it doesn't have to go out live. That's the cool thing about this. You can do private ones. And in our community, we have a paid for community. We had a great workshop this past Saturday teaching some of the stuff on some of these things, talking about OBS and Zoom and some of these other things and tools. And so having these sessions, having these chats and doing these things, having these tools, it really is great to be able to do this kind of stuff. And Russ is watching, he's watching on Facebook and he's on his phone. So there you go. It really does, just because you can't buy the equipment and stuff like that, you can still access a lot of these through your telephone. So that it's really kind of cool. It's really nice and neat how to get all of these tools working for you. Can in the green room at one time, I would like to use a conferencing without going live. Thank you. Okay, so I've seen other people asking. There are limitations on these things in different ones. There you go. Okay, I see someone responded to something. Yeah. So yes, it is. There's 40-minute limitations on Zoom for the free version. That was someone just replying back to me. So I just saw that. I will say this too. One thing becomes important is a good Wi-Fi network, because if you're all on mobile phones and you're all in the same room and that kind of stuff, and tying that can be an issue sometimes. But so that's something to think about as well. Also, you want to make sure if you are wired or you're streaming like from a church or something like that, that you're out to many and that kind of thing. Also, you want to have those same thought process is, hey, I have to have really good internet for this and that kind of stuff for streaming out. But it's just for social and just chatting and talking like we are, or that kind of thing, or in a private chat with someone else. You don't have to worry about that stuff so much. So, and there's a lot of tools out there, especially now with all the live streaming stuff. There's a lot of things out there. Just be careful of the gouging, the price gouging, the cameras, the equipment, all that kind of stuff. Make sure it's within line of what they've been in line with. And like I said, I've seen webcams go up to $300 for a webcam. Well, there's like 50. They're like $50 normally. So just be careful of that kind of stuff. Warren brings up a great point. Headsets are good also. Absolutely. 100%. Good headsets, blocking out the sound and that kind of stuff, and earbuds, Bluetooth earbuds can be great when you're on a phone, that kind of thing. So yeah, please, definitely. So I just wanted to share a couple things. Like I said, I've been going on every day, and I wanted to just kind of share what the possibilities are, what you can do, what kind of things you can do. If anybody has any other ones that you can think of or you want to put in the comments after watching this, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask those questions. Hey, Diane came in. If anybody has any questions on some of the stuff that I talked about, streaming to a Facebook group or streaming to different things, like a private YouTube experience where you have the recording afterward, or if you're using it for school, you have to worry about privacy things and stuff. Hey, Jolyn, how are you? Nice to meet you today in Hilton Head Island, right about 3 hours away from me here in Greer, South Carolina, right upstate. Hey, just happened to see you in Facebook. Hey, Lowland, how are you? Hey. So yeah, I was just talking, I'm getting ready to end here unless you guys have a bunch of questions, but using it for private groups, using it for, there you go. Thank you very much, Russ. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like Michael. There you go. You don't have to like me, but just like my video that I'm doing. Now, I'm trying to just share with people, if you want to share it to a private group, or if you want to share to private YouTube or a private website, all those kind of things. This is what I was talking about today, and just going over and to not be taken advantage of if you don't have equipment yet, because equipment has been crazy with different stuff like gouging prices and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just putting a lookout for everybody. If anybody has any questions or anything that they want to know or learn, what is Richard says, I've used my phone and always been good doing live streams. Yep, absolutely. It does a really good job. I know some of the things too. One thing I will tell you from doing video for a long time as well, sound is so much more important than the actual video, because people listen to things more. We listen more than we do actually visually look at stuff. I know videos are popular, but even if your video is kind of blurry or whatever, it's the voice and sound that we get out of it, which is really important. So, if anybody has any questions, I'll answer. Otherwise, if you watch this later, you can leave a comment in the video afterward. I'll be glad to answer when I can. I'm going to, well, it's not a workaround. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions that I was looking at where people wanted to see something. Like I said, I did a live video every day this week talking about this and some of the tools that you have and etc. If anybody's interested, feel free to join our community. We have great sessions in our community. We have workshops that we do. It's really excellent. Love to have you folks in there. If you ever wanted to join us, it'd be great. If you go back to any one of these videos that I've been doing live, I put in there how to join. I will also put out there a link to our Tinkering with Tech public site, which also has how to sign up. At the very bottom of the page on the Tinkering one, you can go to the public site, and it will show you and has a form where you can sign up and be. Wait, okay. So Russ says, hold on. You better behave, Stephen. There you go. Stephen's watching. There you go. So I put the site in for that's our public page. It just kind of tells what kind of brief overview of what we do. And then there's a sign up page. So if you want to sign up for the community, you can. I appreciate you. Other than that, I thank you folks. We appreciate everything. And I appreciate everyone coming along. It was an impromptu, quickly doing this just to kind of go over the theme that I've had. Oh, here we go. Lowland says yesterday's workshop was very worthwhile. I agree 100% because I learned something along with you guys. Andrew says bye. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all y'all's support. Anybody that sees this later and has some questions, feel free. Ask some questions in the response down below. Thank you, folks. I appreciate you, and I will chat with you soon. Thank you very much. Let me end this.